They've prohibited it for a damn reason.
Yeah.
Respect the rules, people.
The Nullarbor, one of Australia's most iconic road trips. The vast Nullarbor Plain is one of the largest limestone landscapes on Earth, and it's one of the most remote crossings in the country. We've just crossed into South Australia and it's already delivering. The famous Bunda Cliffs are a sight we've been waiting for this entire drive. But of course, the flies have followed us here. We're in South Australia. We've been here for 5 minutes and we've already found
Something amazing.
something amazing, yes. This, just down here, you can just see the cliff line a bit further on. Is that fly on the freaking screen? No. It looked like a fly landed on the screen. Anyway, that cliff line just there kind of ends and it goes a bit flat all the way around here. But I think it picks up down that way and makes for quite a brilliant photo.
I think along this whole stretch is just going to be like photo up, photo up, photo up, photo up.
Yeah, exactly. And if you speak with your arms,
the flies go away.
Exactly. There are so many flies here.
Photo up, photo up.
Get going. There's a bunch of flies and it started to rain. Right, to the next lookout.
Let's go.
So I completely forgot we had this. I think Josie did too.
Yeah.
And it is a fly hat that we found. Did we find it or buy it? I think we found it.
We pretend we bought it. We definitely just found it on the floor.
Yeah, so we found this hat in the Northern Territory and it came in proper good and handy. It's like a...
Good Nandy.
Good Nandy. Came proper good Nandy.
We're looking good. Look at you. We're really rocking out our fly protection today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, mine came like this, whereas Josie's is DIY, let's say.
Yeah, we had this up north and I put it with a cap, which was actually way better because with the bucket hat, it's quite close to my face still.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really...
Look a bit weird, actually.
Yeah, and the flies still are like annoying me.
No, I was just talking about the ibis hat.
Oh, right. The cliffs look so spectacular. I thought they were just going to be cliffs, and they're not. They're just incredible.
Yeah, they're more than I thought they would be.
More than just a cliff, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's actually prohibited to camp on the Bunda Cliffs now, so we are also obeying that law. Most people aren't. Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of people camped where they shouldn't be camping.
Look, I'd rather not. If they've given a warning and stop people from camping on the cliffs because of erosion and because there's a risk of you falling off a cliff, I'd rather not.
Like, it's clearly prohibited now for a reason. Mm-hmm. And I can appreciate the cliffs here without having to sleep on them.
Yeah. And
risk in the night falling to my death.
I wouldn't sleep.
No. So, do you know what? Yeah, maybe we're too cautious, but
Maybe we're not.
No, they've prohibited it for a damn reason.
Yeah.
Respect the rules, people.
Anyway, rant over.
I'm a hallway monitor.
Look at the state of the car. There's so many of them. How do I get in here without flies getting in the car too? I guess I'll do this. 3, 2, 1. I made it.
You made it.
There were so many on the car.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate them. So obviously the Nullarbor is a very big trip. You got to be prepared. You got to buy extras for the trip. Now, I can hear you asking what we bought extra. Let me show you. 10 litres, extra water. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Nah, but in all seriousness, we actually did pack a few bits. We did a week's worth of shopping, stocked up on food. We made sure everything was like stocked, so we made sure we had oil, but like no different to normal really. And we got a bit of extra kitchen roll.
And that's it?
That's literally it.
Fantastic. You don't need much out here, do you? No. Guys, we actually can't do this. There are so many flies. Like, we've never seen this many flies. We can't even sit outside because there's so many flies. Like, we are covered. You can't even I don't even know how to explain it. It's just relentless.
And they're all in the car.
And we sat in the car. We've got to keep these on because there's
one on your head.
There's some in the car.
And they're all going to lay eggs probably now, and we're going to have a maggot infestation.
I don't think they're going to lay eggs, Josh. Come on.
Are you sure?
Yes, they'll be fine. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there for the night because nothing else is going to happen apart from us sitting here escaping the flies until the sun goes down.
I'll cook in the dark, I don't care. I'm not,
Yeah.
I can't. Like, this is, don't bring it to me, what the hell? This is unbearable.
This is awful.
Unbearable.
Awful. This is the worst part of the trip
Yeah.
by far. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning and welcome to day 3 of our Nullarbor road trip. It is the 3rd day and potentially the last day of the Nullarbor. We stayed at 164 Peg campsite last night. It was just a roadside rest area, kind of sheltered, but the wind was still pretty bad last night. The flies this morning when we woke up were still rampant, out in full force. We are headed for our first destination, which is only 20 k's down the road, to the Nullarbor Roadhouse.
So there should be no trees until we get to the eastern end of the Nullarbor treeless plain. But from the sign, I can see the Nullarbor Roadhouse, and there is in fact a tree.
Yeah, but that's...
But you would have thought, no,
count.
it doesn't count. I know it doesn't count. But you'd have thought to extend the... Because that tree wouldn't have always been there.
No.
They'd have grown that tree.
Yeah.
If this is the treeless plain, if this really is the treeless plain, they would have grown that tree. You'd have thought to maintain the essence of the treeless plain, you wouldn't plant trees.
Yeah. Maybe the sign and like the tourist attraction of the fact that it's a treeless plain came after the Nullarbor Roadhouse planted the tree.
Honestly, the tree I'm seeing looks pretty big, so...
It's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
So I reckon they probably thought, God, we need a tree here.
Yeah. Emergency windscreen.
Alright, it's pretty thick, to be fair. I just don't really understand how that works.
Maybe we should get it.
We don't need an emergency. What, for $30?
Think about our record of windscreens.
Okay, and don't jinx it.
Yeah, sorry. You are here being the Nullarbor Roadhouse.
Nullarbor Roadhouse.
So have we visited all of these today? Not today,
Today?
the past couple of days, you know what I mean? Norseman,
Roadhouse,
Caledonia,
Ceduna, Toppleviddy, Madura, Mundravilla, Eucla, Border Village, Nullarbor.
So we've only got 2 more to go. Yalata and Ceduna.
No, that's not right, because we've got the Nullarbor Roadhouse that we're filling up at.
You better hope it's still there. This is why we're saying do not camp on the cliffs, because of the Bunda Cliff erosion. There are plenty of signs basically saying do not camp on the cliffs because you might fall.
And in 2024, literally last year, an 80 by 20 metre section of cliff weighing 40,000 tonnes collapsed.
Yeah, I mean, not worth it really, is it?
Like, so not worth it.
I mean, our tent wouldn't have survived anyway.
Wouldn't have survived the wind anyway, regardless.
Yeah. So in front of me right now, we have the old Nullarbor Roadhouse. And I'm telling you now, from what I'm looking at, if these were what the roadhouses looked like back in the day, I see why people were worried about crossing the Nullarbor, because it's a tin shed.
Honestly, this probably ran out of fuel more often than it had fuel.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I probably would not cross the Nullarbor in this situation. Head of the Bight, when it's in whale season, is apparently one of the world's best whale watching areas. It's out of whale season, it starts on the 1st of May, so we're just outside of it. But there was a board that said today's whale count in the bay, and there were 2 circles on it. I don't know whether that means like 00, there's none, or if they like put circles for the amount of whales, but that doesn't really make sense.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I can imagine how incredible this must be when it's whale season.
Yeah.
Because
unbelievable.
I can imagine how it's like some of the best on land whale viewing in the world.
It's so beautiful, isn't it?
It literally looks like CGI. Regardless of whale season, do not miss this.
Do not.
No.
At all. Like, it looks like we just made it. Like someone's made it.
It looks like I've gone onto Canva and created it myself.
Yeah, like, it just doesn't look real.
No.
I think when we see big things like this that are just so beautiful, they never look real because we only ever see them on a screen. This is a must visit.
This is 100% must visit.
The Nully is delivering.
The Nully.
Josie has just mastered the art of waving.
What do you mean?
Everyone waves to each other
Yeah.
on the Nullarbor. What's your wave? Everyone goes for something different. Show us yours. You do the peace sign?
It just happens, like these two fingers naturally come up to say like, hey, and then it just looks like I'm doing the peace sign, so now I just go.
But other people's, you know, people put their
People are
hand
like,
in the air, yeah.
or like,
People are waving, yeah.
like-
It's a funny thing, isn't it?
yeah, people do everything.
I tend to go for like the short but sweet, discreet.
But they probably can't see that, and they probably think he's just not even acknowledged me, at least you have to put a few up.
Yeah,
just
maybe
say,
I should
hey.
actually, yeah. The roadhouses are getting less and less roadhousey. They're turning into fuel stations again, aren't they?
This is definitely a fuel
You
station.
know, this isn't a roadhouse. Well, I guess it is a roadhouse because there's like a hotel, motel, and
Part of the year,
a restaurant
we
and
at
a
the
bar.
hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
Sorry.
Anyway, the point I'm getting to is we're nearly at the end of Nullarbor. We have just fueled up for the final time. So, how much was the fuel here?
1.85.
1.85.
So cheap.
And how much did we spend?
73.78 for 40 litres.
Okay, so $73. Our Nullarbor total fuel cost was $257. I actually think that's a fairly good price for the amount of Ks we've covered so far. Yeah.
I suppose we'd probably spend that like near that normally crossing that amount.
Yeah.
It's just we've done it in
Exactly.
a shorter time, I suppose.
Yeah, so I think actually the Nullarbor, for us, if you're travelling with just a car,
And
isn't
two
too
people.
expensive.
Yeah. Detour.
I think we've just made the most random detour of this journey so far.
You not excited though? It's the coolest detour.
I guess. Let's go check it out. We're here to see the Big Wombat. I mean, look at this thing.
Isn't he cute?
It's a big wombat. You see here, Joes, where its mouth is like partially fallen off. It kind of looks like it's baring its teeth.
It does, doesn't it?
You know, looks a bit angry now. I don't think it was angry
You're
before.
angry.
Where are we? Where is this big wombat, Joes?
Scotdesco?
Scotdesco.
I think that's how you pronounce
It's
it.
like a little community, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you can just stop by and see
The wombat.
the big wombo.
There's flies though.
But there's lots of flies, yeah.
Not a fan.
Let's get going. Turns out it's Scotdesco.
No.
What is it?
Scotdesco.
Scotdesco, not Scott Tesco. Not Scott Disco, it's Scotdesco. That's where you find the big wombat. So we've parked up where we thought we were going to stay tonight, but we've made a different plan, haven't we?
We have
What's the plan?
the plan, I'm glad you asked, is we're going to cook our vegetables.
Because we potentially might cross the vegetable border today.
Yeah. Because we were going to stay before the border so we can just cook casually tonight. We're ahead of schedule. So I don't think South Australia is as strict as WA, and we were allowed cooked vegetables to come into WA.
Yeah,
So my theory is we're allowed cooked vegetables to go into South Australia.
I completely agree.
Surely. So we're just going to cook some vegetables. Capsicum,
Yep.
courgette,
Yep.
I mean zucchini, and we'll have some salad in a wrap.
Oh, the situation quickly escalated.
And now it is raining, so we had to do an emergency inflation
Of the awning.
of the life jacket.
But we are still cooking. The show must go on.
The show must go on.
So, vegetables cooked, fruit eaten, and now we head towards our final destination before we hit the end of the Nullarbor. So our final destination is somewhere called Point Sinclair, and we are heading down firstly to Cactus Beach, and then we'll be heading 2k's back up the road to what looks like a pink lake. Road's not so great though, is it?
It's a lot of unsealed road and not particularly well maintained. There's a couple of patches where it's like, oh, this is bliss. And then there's really big potholes everywhere. That's the issue, is the potholes, not so much the corrugation.
Yeah.
There's like craters on the road. It's Point Sinclair National Surfing Reserve.
Ah, so good for surfing then, I assume.
Quite clearly.
Josh, do you understand the importance of the beach we're on right now, Cactus Beach?
No.
It's our first beach in South Australia. Yep.
Damn. Look at that.
What do you think?
not worth Detour.
Probably not worth coming here. Unless you want to surf, that is.
Unless you're a surfer.
Yeah. Next stop, Pink Lake. Let's go.
Let's go.
We're 5 kilometres away from completing the Nully.
That's crazy.
We did well.
I don't even feel like I've done it.
No.
I just feel like I'm just... I don't know.
Problem is, I think we've got it so much up in our head
Yeah.
that we've now done it and it wasn't really that bad. Whereas we built it up to be something really scary and daunting, and it wasn't anything like that. So we kind of feel like the other side, we prepared for something that wasn't, you know?
You're completely correct.
Yeah. Hey.
Coming in from WA?
Yes.
Quarantine, that's right. Fruit and veg. We don't have any fresh fruit.
We have pears, but we're going to throw them away now.
Yep.
Yeah?
Just grab them off you, right?
Alright, I'll go get them out for you.
There you go. Got a fridge and a whiskey back here, mate?
Yeah, we got a fridge and a food box. We lost a bag of pears.
Which we were going to get rid of anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we declared it.
We literally handed him.
We handed him we didn't lose them, he didn't confiscate them. We handed him the bag of pears because we bought some. I don't know why we bought them like before we started the Nullarbor, because we kind of...
I'll tell you why.
We didn't even eat one. We didn't even eat one pear.
I'll tell you why we bought them for the Nullarbor. Because I had no idea you had to quarantine going into South Australia opposed to just coming from South Australia to
That's true.
WA.
Yeah, we didn't realise, did we?
Before that, we found out.
Oh well. Anyway, this is Ceduna Roadhouse, right?
Oh my god, we've actually...
Is this
it?
Ceduna? It must
Yeah.
be.
We've done the Nullarbor, guys.
Ceduna Roadhouse. We have to go in. We have to complete the journey.
Oh, of course we do.
Here we go. Certificate across the Nullarbor. This is to certify that we crossed the Nullarbor by car, witnessed by all of you guys. Jose, this certificate is to say that we crossed the Nullarbor. And there's nobody that deserves it more than you.
Because I drove most of...
Elwood. Good job. No. You deserve it too.
I drove most of the way! Bam! Bing, back, boom, back, boom, back, bam!
Beam, bap, boom, 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 bap, bam. So we found a certificate that basically certifies that we did cross the Nullarbor. And before we go, we got ourselves a sticker, of course. We got a
Multiple.
certificate and a sticker.
And this little one here is going to go on the laptop.
Yeah.
Don't know where these are going
Quite
to
a
go.
nice one, isn't it? And that's that.
That's that.
How many kilometres did we end up doing?
Let me get my phone.
You have to work it out. We have to do a final kilometre count. What a video. I don't think we've ever travelled so much distance in one video.
But this will be give and take the detours that we did.
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. Drum roll. We
We
travelled a total of at least 1,199 kilometres
Oh
in
my
3
gosh.
days.
Jose, good job. Elwood, good job. So I think this is a place fit to end the video. Ceduna Roadhouse, the start and the end of the Nullarbor for depending on which way you're going. And we crossed the entirety of the Nully without any issues.
Yep.
Good job.
So, if you like the video, like the video.
And just make sure you subscribe to the damn channel, and we'll see you on the Eyre Peninsula. The vast Nullarbor Plain is one of the largest limestone.
Limestone!
The vast Nullarbor Plain is one of the largest limestone. And we have another cliff lookout, is what I'm trying to say.
Clear.
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 Let's have a look.
Just, we just got to do a pre-park ant check, all right?
Any ants?
I don't know why that camel's running. Because on the other signs it's not running. I don't know why they've like...
This is a particularly excited camel.
Yeah, that's a crazy camel. Look, he's got a smiley face. We are there.
And if we went straight up, hello.
Nice. So it's definitely a good place to stop off if you're on the Nullarbor.
Watch out for snakes, Jess.
We are now in Wombat territory. You'll see lots of me here. Lots of me. But please do not touch me. I am a delicate animal. Goodbye now. I'll see you later.